So joining us on the Team Lotus Cares podcast, Mike Vannelli, and appreciate you joining us, Mike.
Sure, glad to be here.
So it's not often we have a guest that we get to look up on IMDb, but you are a producer, director, editor, and so tell us a little bit about how you got into the business. I mean, how did it start out for you?
Sure. Growing up, I was always into filmmaking, and high school, I went to like an arts high school, so I was able to kind of hone that a little bit more. And then after high school, I I still wanted to get into that industry, but also had to make some money doing it. So so pretty much like there, besides doing like weddings, things like that, really the only couple kind of niches that you can do for that, where people will give you money and say, here, make this, are commercials and music videos. And so when I was kind of like looking to see which route I wanted to take, a friend of mine was already working with some big name artists, and they were looking for a new director. And so just so happened that he reached out to me. And so for a few years, I got to make a lot of different music videos for some big name artists like 3 6 Mafia and Wiz Khalifa and some others as well. And so I did
And I'm
that.
proud. I'm proud to say I know at least one of those names.
Oh, good. That's good. So I did that for a few years, and I just wanted to pivot to something else. Not that I didn't like doing music videos, but I just felt that I could be more creative in doing other things. So the other path to make a living doing video stuff was for commercials where clients actually say, here's money, make this. So kind of had to start from the ground up, because I didn't have my only portfolio was just music videos. So I had to do a lot of free stuff at first, and then as I built my portfolio, I was able to start charging, and so just did that more and more, and people liked what I was doing, and then from there just grew myself as a kind of solopreneur, and then business kind of got too big for just me, and so then had to hire people on, and then years later have a staff, and I'm in our studio space right now where we film all of our commercials. It's about a 5,200 square foot space.
Nice.
And so that's kind of my background. So now we make commercials and ads for for little companies you've never heard of that are up and coming, all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. We've done some for Costco and McDonald's and USAA and people like that.
So you mentioned small companies. Go ahead.
Quite of a extensive list of clients. It's pretty impressive. Which one was the best? Would you would say the one that you learned the most from, as far as like making a commercial?
We did a campaign for this mattress company called NOLA mattresses, and you guys nod your head, and we didn't know who they were, and they were still a smaller company. But now when I say it, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, we know them." So, but we did a campaign where their mattresses were aimed for outdoorsy people, so people who like to spend time in the outdoors. I guess the mattresses were aimed for them to rest and help their back. So they wanted to shoot out in a forest. So so they wanted to compare their mattress to a normal memory foam one. So we not only had to find a forest location that we could film in, but we also had to haul 2 mattresses out to that location with bed frames, and we had to find a clearing to be able to set everything up, and so that was one of our first kind of larger scale productions, and that was years and years ago. but that was just kind of it was, you know, it was a learning thing, just kind of being like, oh, okay, for larger productions, we need a little bit more time, and we definitely undercharged way back then for the amount of time and effort that went into that. So it was big, like, it was a big learning curve, knowing like, okay, we need to, you know, if we're needing to do this much, we definitely need to charge more and a lot more time. So
Yeah, we've been in business more than 10 years, 11 years now, more than 11 years actually. But we've had those lessons. We've went through projects and went, oh yeah, this was much bigger than what we anticipated.
And one of those scenarios I got, yes, but.
yeah.
So you mentioned small company, and I think a lot of companies think I'm way too small to even think about any kind of advertising, video advertising. But the world has changed. We now have YouTube advertising, Hulu. I think the entry point's $500 a month at Hulu now, but obviously you still have to have somebody produce that ad. Is a company ever too small? I mean, is it, or do you recommend video for just about anybody who's in business?
Yeah, I mean, we do recommend video for any business, because if you see the different mediums for advertising and just for branding in general, video really is the highest converting. I mean, there will always be places for blog posts and and pictures and audio, obviously.
Yeah.
But out of all of those, video is and still will be the highest converting. And in the last couple of years, we've really seen that kind of speak the truth when it comes to TikTok and how that's blown up, over other platforms that have tried and failed. And so, a lot of other companies, one of the things that we're able to kind of be competitive when it comes to the smaller companies is a lot of our competitors, they have an office where they usually do the editing and the pre-production and post-production. But when it comes to filming, a lot of them don't have their own equipment. They have to rent the equipment. They also have to rent locations. They have to hire the actors, things like that. So what we've built is we have an all-in-one type process. So like I said, in our studio, we have all these standing sets. So we have the normal locations that you would see in a commercial. So we have like across from me, I'm in our office right now. Right across from me is our cafe set. Over there is we have like a front door that leads into a whole house set. And so basically that way we can not only shoot multiple videos within one day, so we don't have to go from location to location, but we don't have to go out and rent locations. We just have it all in one spot. We have a roster of actors that are employees of ours that are kind of vetted through our process of doing some videos with them to make sure that they are really good at doing multiple kinds of videos, so we don't have to cast every time. Yeah. And then we also own our own equipment, as well as have our own in-house pre-production, post-production team. So pretty much by having everything in-house, if a little company or just somebody starting out comes to us and asks if they can do a video, then we have the bandwidth and we have the things in place that we can definitely make it affordable for them. And obviously, I think our lowest pricing is for maybe like a 15-second, very basic like TikTok ad or UGC ad. And that still starts at a few $100. So, you still need to give a little bit of an investment.
Wow. But still a few $100 for a 15-second basic ad.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And one of the things we kind of have to explain to our clients, because their argument is always, hey, it's a TikTok ad. Can't I just get, somebody from my company to just film it on their phone? And, we always say, yeah, you could, but we always say that, because they say, well, we want a real person. We don't want an actor. And I was like, well, the difference is with a real person, they they probably aren't going to look natural on camera because they're not used to, talking on camera. An actor, their specialty is to make talking on camera look natural, so that's their thing. And the other thing is, you can film with your phone just fine, but we do have camera rigs set up specifically for vertical videos where we're still using pro cameras, we're still using pro mics, but somebody's actually behind the camera monitoring and filming, but then we just have like a little lever that the actor holds to make it look like they're holding a phone. So everything's done professionally, but the outcome, it does look user generated, but just a much more higher quality, and curated user generated. So,
and I bet if you do an A/B comparison, the person's going to go, "Oh, I see it now."
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Absolutely. So, I probably the one of the campiest company intro videos I ever saw was Dollar Shave Club.
Yep.
But I'm sure as campy as that was, that took a lot of work to put that ad together.
Yeah. We get lots of clients that say, "I want something like Dollar Shave Club." So
Yeah.
they're very familiar.
That's not a couple $100.
No, that's not a couple
$200
$100. Yeah, I mean, we've done stuff for a couple $100, for the people that's their max budget, but we've also done tens of thousands of dollars of campaigns and ads, because we say if you just need somebody talking to the camera, we can do that, no problem. We're in the LA area, so we have the Los Angeles area, so we have lots of filming resources at our disposal. So so sky's the limit. Really it just depends on your budget. Like we last year we did a video where the guy said, "We really need the main character driving a Lamborghini and talking while he's driving the Lamborghini." And we said, "Okay, we can do that as long as it's in your budget," and those are not cheap just to rent for one day. So
Oh, no. No,
Yeah.
I know what those cost.
yeah.
So I assume you work with remote clients. That's not an issue. Oh, in this day and age.
Yeah, we work probably like 99% of our clientele is remote because a lot of them don't want to be on camera or need to be on camera. So since we have everything in house, we have a logistics department that clients send us their products. So we have a warehouse where we just keep. We have shelves of props, but we also have shelves just for keeping client products until we film. So about, like I said, 99% of our clientele is remote and done mainly over email, sometimes Zooms for kickoffs, but we really always tell clients that they can be as involved as they want in the project. So if they just say, "Hey, here's our product, this is kind of what we want, just go ahead and do it, and we'll wait for the video," they can do that. Or if they want to be involved with the script writing process or the concepts or, the setting and the actors. So pretty much they can be as involved as they want. But yeah, everything is pretty much just done remote so that we can, it does help that we're in Los Angeles so that they know that we do have the resources, whatever they need done. So
Fantastic.
It's definitely a very impressive system. We figured out a lot of things that, a lot of businesses along the way, it's like the status quo, but setting yourself apart and having everything set where you can have actually even a mass production. I would say that you can do multiples in one day, and that's amazing.
Yeah, we definitely built a system for high bandwidth. So
You mentioned even one of the questions I had coming to mind, but you answered it pretty much already, is sounds like you even do script development.
Yeah, we have script writers on staff. So I would say more than half of the videos we produce, we write the scripts for also. And so we have this creative brief that is just an online form that we've kind of curated over the years, and takes a client maybe 5-10 minutes to fill out, but it literally just gives us everything that we need to be able to write the script, all the information from them, which includes not only information about whatever their product is, but also we have we ask them what kind of tone they want for the video, if they want it to be funny or professional with humor or serious or things like that, as well as the style of video, whether they want just a spokesperson or just focus on the product. And we also have, and with those kind of questions, we have samples of past videos we've done in those styles and those tones, saying this is kind of what you would get, so they can make an accurate selection. And then that just helps us give them exactly what they're wanting, just so that they don't say, here's our product, make us a video, and then we make it and it's completely different from what they had envisioned in their head. Right. So we're just trying to get as close as we can to what is in their head.
Fantastic. So I'm sure you've heard this over the years, where somebody just comes and says, I want a viral video.
Yeah.
What's your answer to that?
Basically, there's lots of things that make a video viral, and there's also nothing that makes a video viral. Sometimes videos get viral for no reason at all, and you can't really tell. And sometimes, there's lots of hours that get put into trying to find exactly what can be put in a video to make viral. But the one issue is, even if you do a lot of work on the back end, you could film it and then you could publish it the next day while that trend is still trending. But then the day after that, there could be a brand new trend and it just stops getting any views, stops getting anything. So we always just recommend, like, hey, let's make the video that you want to make, not necessarily going on trend. Trends are great, and if you need something really quick, then we can do something trending. But we always like to make something evergreen for a product that, we have clients even this week that are, they emailed us saying, like, hey, we changed our slogan, and we're still using the video that you guys made us, 3 years ago. So can you, and we archive all of our projects so we can change it, no problem. But they're still using the video that we made for them because we make something that they can use for 3 years, as long as something doesn't really change.
Great idea.
Yeah. So, we always say we can do our best, doing a viral video, but it's not really up to us whether it gets viral or not.
Yeah. You just gotta, wait for lightning to strike.
Yep.
So, fantastic. I mean, you've opened my eyes to a whole, even myself, if anybody ever mentioned video advertising, professional video production for video advertising,
yep,
my mind just goes into just wheelbarrows of money. So this is eye-opening that you've been able to take an industry that systemize it, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's important. I know that Maria and I started our company 11 years ago. That's what we did. Systemize IT maintenance, and bring down costs for clients, and being able to say to them, this is what it will cost.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's fantastic. I have a lot of respect for that. Maria, any parting questions from you?
No, I mean, I concur with that. I think that we took an idea that kind of overwhelms people, and like you have that same, strategy that it's like people think like, wow, I can't really do that. And you've packaged it all up, and you've cut production time, production cost, and your expertise just comes straight across. And I think that's a huge value to small companies that thrive. My hats off to you. When I saw your clientele, I was like, oh wow, and now you're telling me that you can do this for any company. It's like, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Yep, exactly.
Thanks, Mike. I think our audience is going to love seeing this, and I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.